Welcome, ZASLOW Show 2.0. It is a Wednesday, the 21st of June. Good to have you aboard. We are a Blue Wire podcast presented as always by the best accident attorneys around, Anidjar and Levine. 800-747-FREE. That's 800-747-3733. I send you to Anidjar and Levine because I want to make sure if you listen to ZASLOW Show 2.0, you're among my best friends. And at Anidjar and Levine Accident Attorneys, they treat you like family. Mark Anidjar, Glenn Levine, Ellie Anidjar, they're the only ones I send you to because I know you're going to get taken care of. Anidjar and Levine Accident Attorneys, 800-747-FREE. That's 800-747-3733. Glad to have you here with us today. We're going to talk to Zach Harper, NBA insider, Meadowlark Media, cinephobe. Maybe do a little movies with him as well. But of course, also you hear him, SiriusXM Mad Dog Radio, SiriusXM NBA Radio. We got the draft tomorrow night, so we'll talk to Zach Harper coming up. He's always excellent. So before we get to Zach, and hey, Pat Riley yesterday did his State of the Union. So we're going to get to I'll play a few Pat Riley clips from yesterday for you. We'll do a little bit of that if you missed it. I got like 3 or 4 clips that I felt was the crux really of what he spoke about. Nothing earth-shattering, because here's the thing. Number one, he can't give thoughts about Bradley Beal and why they missed out on him. Bradley Beal plays for another team. He can't give his thoughts on other impending free agents. They're not free agents yet. So that's also a little bit of a strategic move by the Heat, where you do the State of the Union now. This way, everybody knows he can't talk about specific guys. Very smart move, very smart play. So Pat Riley spoke yesterday. Didn't give you, look, he's always great. You love hearing from him. But there's nothing earth-shattering that's going to come from that, because he is limited to what he's actually allowed to talk about. So we got the draft tomorrow night, but obviously all eyes are on what's going on with the Heat regarding Damian Lillard. By the way, whatever time you're listening to this right now, last night the Marlins had their 5-game win streak snapped. More important, they lost 2-0 to Toronto. This afternoon, you have the rubber match. You may already know if the Marlins won today. I'm jealous because you're listening to this in the future. I don't know if the Marlins win this afternoon. It's the rubber match against Toronto. It's camp day at Lone Depot Park. So you get lots of squealing, lots of screaming. It'll be a buzz, literally, in Lone Depot Park. But you may know if the Marlins won the rubber match today. I'm very jealous of you. You're in the future. I'm not. I'm in the past right now. Yuri Perez last night, most importantly, he was awesome, even though the Marlins lost 2-0. 6 innings, 3 hits, no runs, struck out a career best 9. So Yuri Perez looking like the real deal. That's exciting stuff. And we'll see if the Marlins can wind up taking the game this afternoon. Like I said, I may sound so stupid. You already know if the Marlins won or lost. I can't help it. I'm living in the past. You're in the future. All right, anyway, as far as what's going on with the Heat, and we'll get to Zach Harper in a few minutes here. As far as what's going on with the Heat, before I get into all that, because I want to make sure we have plenty of time with Zach, let me tell you guys, it's the summertime. And you may be saying, you know what, Zaslow? I think I'm looking for a new ride. If you're thinking about getting a new car, I send you to the only car dealership I personally endorse. I'm talking about North Fort Lauderdale Subaru. North Fort Lauderdale Subaru, conveniently located on North Andrews Avenue, just north of Cypress Creek Road. North Fort Lauderdale Subaru has the widest inventory of the newest Subaru models on the market. The Forester, the Crosstrek, the Ascent, the Outback. If you're looking for a spacious SUV, Subaru could take care of the whole family, or maybe you're just looking for a sedan, something for yourself for your daily commute. North Fort Lauderdale Subaru is sure to have the perfect model for you. Take the summer off with North Fort Lauderdale Subaru. Make no payments for 90 days when you purchase any North Fort Lauderdale Subaru vehicle and stop. Shop NFLSubaru.com. Again, NFLSubaru.com, the only car dealership I personally endorse, North Fort Lauderdale Subaru. So, we talked a little bit about this yesterday, how there's a report out there from Jake Fisher, Yahoo Sports. I've had him on my show before, and this is not on Jake Fisher. His report could be completely accurate, but here's the thing. And you got to be careful with this type of stuff. You got to be careful with what you're reading, what you're believing out there. It's lying season. As Trista Crick told us, it's lying season right now. So it's not necessarily about Jake Fisher's report being crazy. It's more about the Portland Trailblazers. I'm not sure what the Blazers are doing here. Where we get the report yesterday, they are preparing a big offer to Miami. Not for Damian Lillard. They want Bam Adebayo. They want to pair Bam with Lillard in Portland. Now that feels to me like Portland's kind of posturing where they want to show Lillard, hey, we're trying here. And we know you love Bam and you got this relationship. What if we brought him here? Would that make you happy? Now they have to know that's not possible because here's the thing. You know, let's say they would offer the number 3 pick and whatever else. I don't know, for Bam Adebayo. That may be, like, you may say on the periphery, you may say, you know what, that's a deal. That'd be a good deal for the Heat. But it's not a good deal for the Heat for a couple reasons. Number one, Pat Riley, and included in yesterday's press conference, has made it very clear. Bam Adebayo is Heat culture. He's the guy moving forward who is going to carry this torch from Alonzo Mourning to Udonis Haslem to now Bam Adebayo. He's the guy carrying this torch. So if that's not enough to believe that the Heat would never consider trading Bam Adebayo to Portland, I don't know what they're doing. Portland looks at Miami and says, you know what? A team that just made the NBA Finals. Let me call them up and see if they want to rebuild. What kind of logic is that? So, I don't know what's going on in Portland, but it seems like it's posturing as far as them trying to say to Damian Lillard, hey, you know what? We're trying. It doesn't make any sense. And that doesn't mean that Jake Fisher's report's wrong. It could totally be accurate. And Portland can just be stupid. So, here's what we're, at least as far as I can tell. And you know I think this is a super dangerous game the Heat are playing. But we'll get to that in a second. Here's as far as I can tell what we want tomorrow night. You're hoping, we know Wembanyama's going number 1. We're hoping, let's say there's no Zion trade with Charlotte, and still Charlotte selecting number 2 overall. We're hoping you would figure Brandon Miller's going to go number 2 overall. Okay. And I say that because Scoot Henderson, pairing him in the backcourt with LaMelo, Scoot Henderson apparently is a guy who needs the ball. Well, you already got LaMelo there. Let's get him a big guy, a perimeter/big guy in Brandon Miller to pair with LaMelo. So Brandon Miller would probably go number 2. So that's what you're hoping for, because then the Blazers are likely going to think, all right, Scoot Henderson then's a no-brainer to go number 3. But the Blazers likely are going to think that Lillard and Henderson together could be redundant. Lillard needs the ball in his hands. Henderson needs the ball in his hands. Meaning, they may be inclined, Portland, to, you can't select someone else instead of Henderson. So they may be inclined to select Scoot Henderson number 3. And then because they're redundant, all right, let's do the rebuild. Let's trade Lillard, and we're going to build the team around Scoot Henderson, which, by the way, not such a terrible thing. So if you're the Heat going into tomorrow night, you're hoping that Charlotte keeps that number 2 overall pick, because if they wind up trading for Zion and giving New Orleans that number 2 overall pick, they may take Scoot Henderson. You hope that Charlotte keeps it, and they take Brandon Miller, and then Portland says, we can't pass up on Scoot Henderson, and that means it's time to move Damian Lillard because the 2 of them are redundant. That's what you're hoping for, I believe, if you're a Heat fan. So, you know how I feel, though, about the Heat's pursuit of Lillard. I think it's dangerous. I think it's a dangerous gamble that the Heat are taking here. Not only do you hope that Lillard wants out, but you hope that after Lillard wants out, Portland then does right by him, right? Because he wants Miami first. Now, I also don't believe that if they send him to Brooklyn, it's like sending him to Siberia. That's like, he'd probably be okay with that. His number 2 choice. But we know Miami's his number 1 choice. So we're hoping Portland, right, does right by him and sends him to Miami. And I hate that crap. The Blazers, if I'm being fair here, if I'm being unbiased, the Blazers don't owe him anything. So he could say, like, it's one thing for Bradley Beal to say to Washington, I want to go here. No trade clause. It's another thing for Lillard to say that. Portland needs to do what's best for Portland. The Blazers owe him nothing. Matter of fact, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say Blazers owe him nothing. The Blazers owe him the money they've guaranteed him. That's what they owe him. That's what they owe him. And when these players, see, this is something about the NBA that really bothers me. And the player empowerment. I hate player empowerment. I'm never going to be okay with player empowerment. I'm always going to be on the side of the team because the team's goals are almost always going to align with mine, the fans' goals. The player's goals only align with my goals when he's on my team. When he no longer wants to be on my team, his goals run completely counter to what I want. That's also why these no trade clauses are evil. Hate no trade clauses. Anyway, all the Blazers owe Damian Lillard is the money they guaranteed him. That's it. And when these players, this makes me nuts. When these players sign these max contracts, this is what comes with it, okay? We guarantee you all this money, but ultimately, we're going to do what's best for our team. See, that's the trade-off. We're going to guarantee you the extraordinary amount of money, but we're always going to do what's best for us. If you don't want that guarantee, if you don't want that security financially, if you want to make sure you maintain your flexibility, you should sign one-year contracts. Sign one-year deals. Oh, okay, you want this financial security, that's fine. We're more than happy to give that to you. But we're in control of what we're going to do in the future. That's the trade-off here. We're going to guarantee you the money, but now we are in control of how to make our team better when the time comes to making a trade. You can't get the money and dictate what you want. This is the trade-off. You get the money, but now you lose the flexibility. Or you get less money, go on a year-to-year basis, and get all the flexibility. That's okay too. That's your choice as the player. But if you want all the money, you don't then get the flexibility. And so many of these guys don't understand that. You can't get all the security and dictate what you want. You can't have everything. You gotta make a choice. Take the flexibility and don't get the guaranteed money. Except none of them do that. LeBron used to do that. Yeah, LeBron would go on a year-to-year basis because he wanted the flexibility. Nothing wrong with that. But somehow, these players think they're owed something. All they're owed is the guaranteed money on their contract. The Blazers don't owe Damian Lillard anything. And that's why I think it's a dangerous game that the Heat are playing, hoping Damian Lillard asks out. But we'll see. Maybe they're just super loyal to him. That's best case scenario for us down here. Let me give you a little bit of Riley from yesterday. We all love hearing from the greatest. We all love hearing from the Godfather. Let me give you a little on Riley here. He did his State of the Union press conference. I'm going to give you a few clips here on the things that stood out most to me. So here's Pat Riley. We all want to hear him talk about Tyler Hero. Here's Pat Riley on Tyler Hero.
Tyler is, just an extraordinary scorer and fourth quarter player, big time shot maker. He's 23 years old. You got to watch it, with these guys. And, last year he was out in the Eastern Conference Finals for almost 4 games with a groin. And, this year he broke his hand. I'm a loose ball guy, ball on the floor, first guy to the ball. I'm going to caution him on his shooting hand, to go with his left hand or something. But, we missed him. People don't understand just how lethal he is in those moments. He gets bigger in the biggest of moments. He just does. We've seen it time and again, from the bubble to here. So, we've got two anchors in Bam and Tyler. Whatever your thoughts are about him, you say whatever you want. They can't guard you. How many people in this league, get singled out and say, okay, we're going to run a pick and roll, and we're going to switch, and we're going to bring Tyler up or Duncan up or Max up or Gabe up or whoever it was to create a mismatch, and that stuff, when you do the analytics on it, it's, whatever happens, but he's a player, and you got to think twice about. I don't know how I got into Tyler on this, but just bring me back to the center here, Tim. But anyway, it's that's how I feel about this team. I feel about him and about our young guys. We have a good anchors, and obviously we got good veterans, and we're excited about that opportunity.
All right, so I think two things are going on there. I think he wants to calm Tyler down because his name is in all these trade rumors. Look, he'd value him. They were never going to give him up for Bradley Beal. Just like, trade offers last year with Donovan Mitchell. They were never going to give him up for Donovan Mitchell. They value him. So I think part of it is them trying to calm Tyler down. We value you. You're not going anywhere. But the second part is, I also think it's a sell job by Riley. He's selling Tyler Hero to all the other general managers out there who might be interested in making a big trade with the Heat over the next few days, the next couple of weeks. I think he wants to let everyone know how much they value him. And if you want Tyler Hero, you better come at us with some big prize. You better come at us with a whale. That's the only way we're going to give up Tyler Hero. So I think it serves two purposes. One, he's trying to let Tyler Hero know, we love you, you're not going anywhere. But at the same time, he's talking out the other side of his mouth and letting you know, hey, it's going to take a lot for you to... We would trade him, but it's going to take a lot for you to pry him away from us. Here's Pat Riley yesterday on potential changes to the club.
We're not going to take a wrecking ball to this thing. only some of us know what I'm talking about. Good times come, good times go. Hard times come, hard times go. We're not going to take a wrecking ball to a good team that had some real adversity this year that I felt built some strength. We have a good team, and probably a great team. And we wouldn't have gotten as far as we have, and there's no caveat in any of that, if you weren't a great team. And so running it back, yes, doing something that could help you with that last step, yes, if it's a possibility and if there's an opportunity without setting you back, while you're moving forward. It's just onward with us. It's onward. What's next? And so we just finished, and I'm diving deep into a draft that we have to get ready for on a Thursday night, and then free agency next week. So I don't have that urge, Tim. Persistence and perseverance has been something that's been part of my life forever, and just has been. And patience is the last thing that came with it. And so we're going to show some patience here instead of react without knowing what the consequences could be in doing something.
Now, again, the Heat fan may not want to hear that, but you got to understand, he can't talk about specific players. And I do think there's also a part of what Pat's doing there is, I think he's trying to calm down the fan base a little bit. I think he's trying to let you know that, look, we're obviously not far away. He told you this with Tyler as well, where we really missed him. Like, maybe that's the guy that we're adding to a group that was in the NBA Finals. So I think he's also trying to temper, not necessarily temper expectations, but he's trying to keep the fan base from getting nutty. Let me give you a little bit more on Pat Riley, whether or not the team needs to take a big swing.
There are big names apparently available. There already was one already available. In your view, does this team need to move big like you did during the Jimmy time, honestly based on the contract during the Kyle time and previously, or will subtle moves be enough to leave you content this offseason?
Subtle moves will be enough. If they're the right moves, will be enough during this offseason. You know, hitting the home run, as I said, it's addition by subtraction. And so you can go out. We've done this. We played this game for 27 years, and some of them we hit big, and I plan on hitting big again. But I'm not just swinging for the fences right now because it could be reckless, a little bit reckless, and after this year, I feel very good about where we are. But also, I agree with you. We need to improve. I mean, you take a look at all the rosters in the league, and they have the same issues that everybody else has when it comes to all these draconian rules that are coming in financially. So, players might be more readily available than they've ever been because of that, as we can see. But you're trying to get me to talk about something that I can't, Ira. So I'm going to talk to you about Garfield and Odie and the crew. I'll trade for Garfield.
I tap out.
I know. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's a little bit of a weird reference right there. I don't know what to tell you about that, but those were a few of the clips I thought were interesting. You want to hear him talk about Tyler Hero and the, he's willing to swing big. He plans on swinging big. He thinks he will have another opportunity again, but it may not be right now. He thinks that little changes, small changes, could actually do the trick. So, look, it's an exciting time. Hey, it was only a week and a half ago, right? Actually, was it a week ago tonight? Yeah, it was a week ago tonight. It was a week ago. This team was in the NBA Finals. So, we're going to find out the Lillard stuff sooner or later. Probably tomorrow night. But even if they don't get Lillard, I do believe there are moves out there. And they don't necessarily have to be huge moves. I do think that this team is going to look different next year. So there's a little bit of Pat Riley. All right, I want to get to Zach Harper. We'll continue the conversation. A lot of NBA stuff we'll do with him. First, though, I got to tell you guys, water cleanup of Florida. My guys, the Greensteins, over 60 years of combined experience. Water cleanup of Florida can handle any type of leak that you're dealing with. You don't know where it's coming from. They'll find the leak. They'll detect exactly what the issue is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. After Water Cleanup of Florida finds the leak, repairs it, they're then going to clean, dry, and fully restore the damaged areas. That's right. They don't just fix the leak and then they up and leave where you got to call another contractor. No, they're doing everything. Water Cleanup of Florida, fully licensed, insured, and certified to provide the one-stop shopping that all of us are looking for. No need to bring anyone else in. Water Cleanup of Florida handles the entire project from start to finish, serving the entire Tri-County area, Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach County. Call or text Water Cleanup of Florida immediately when you suspect there may be an issue. 954-900-8635, 954-900-8635, or go to WCUFL.com. Water Cleanup of Florida. We clean up your schmutz. And of course, it's that time of year. A lot of us, including myself, we got to re-up on our homeowners insurance. I don't have an issue. I use Brunt Insurance. I know that Brunt Insurance has given me the most affordable, comprehensive insurance coverage for my home that I could possibly find out there. Brunt Insurance, bruntinsurance.com, 954-589-2204. You can call Monday through Friday, 10 a to 4 p. And with locations all over the state of Florida, whatever area you're calling from, their staff at Brunt Insurance knows exactly the area you're calling from. They're going to know exactly what type of coverage you need. I've been getting my homeowner's insurance through Brunt Insurance for almost 10 years now. I don't have to wait up at night wondering what happens if there's a disaster. Am I going to be out of luck? No, I know that I'm covered. Car insurance, motorcycle insurance, boat insurance, Brunt Insurance top 5 insurance agency in the country, #1 in Florida. Bruntinsurance.com, 954-589-2204. That's 954-589-2204.